right, so it's 7 p.m. after a long day and a quasi night of drinking. So I figured I'd test out the green screen I got today while I'm in this condition, because, you know, why not? Let's have a good day with Daddy Daniel. And I figured there's no better way to do this than to do like a book-by-book review of the Wheel of Time. Because if we're going to upgrade Pips, let go of the wire, or I will re-neuter you. I figured there's no better way to celebrate getting a green screen for the channel and upgrading quality to the point where I'm obviously the top of YouTube. There's no other YouTubers worth watching. Like and subscribe! Why not just review every single one of the Wheel of Time covers, starting with New Spring, and just give you my thoughts on it, because the Wheel of Time covers have been quite the source of controversy within the community. And we're going to start these reviews with New Spring, the Wheel of Time. In the beginning. Pips, don't do pull-ups on the camera stand, man. But starting with New Spring, what do I think of this cover? Honestly, it's like if I had to rate on a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 6. It conveys the tone of the book, I think, all right. It's a good little bright introduction to the Wheel of Time. You have Moraine, you have Lan, you have his companions. It's okay. This guy looks a little bit angry, and I don't like that he's looking at the camera. I don't like when books do at the camera looks. It freaks me out. It breaks the fourth wall. Don't do that on your cover. But overall, it's decent art, and it's continuing with the theme of the rest of the series. It's a pretty good start. I'm gonna give this one a 6 out of 10, but boy does it go downhill at times. Next up, we have the Eye of the World. I don't even need to hold this one when we talk about it, because I goddamn know the Eye of the World cover. And this one, it's one of the weakest of the entire series for several reasons. I will say, the art itself and how it looks is okay. It's not bad in that sense of it. But where it falls apart is, who are these people? We have Lan, we have Moraine, but who are the rest of, and why is Nicolas Cage here? Why are you here? Did you accept this role too? Dude, what is happening in terms of the party? Because these people don't reflect where's Tom? Where did you put Tom? Tom's not here, and he's obviously involved in this scene if it's like a translation from early. I don't get it. I don't like it. Where are all my people? Who are these guys? Who's that guy? I have no idea who that's supposed to be. Anyway, I just don't like this one for that reason. But it's actually a really nice, iconic cover for the fantasy genre in terms of its look. So I'm a bit conflicted. I think I'm going to give this one a 5 to a 7 out of 10. I don't really know which one to do, but I'm just going to say 5 to 7. It's somewhere in there, and you figure it out how you judge it. Next up is The Great Hunt. Great Hunts. I don't have strong feelings on this one. If I'm being perfectly honest, we got Rand hoisting the horn and being all like, "Woo, it's the horn." We kind of get this scene in the book, so it's not like a lie overall. I'm not a big fan of the way the oil look. It's a little weird. I always picture him a bit different. It's okay. It's fair. Again, I'm gonna say this one's I'm gonna say it's like a 5 out of 10, because I don't like the look of a couple of the characters. I think it's a bit over dramatic. This just doesn't feel like a good translation to me. Moving on, next cover. Now we have The Dragon Reborn, and where I really don't like the look of it. To me, I don't think this accurately depicts this scene whatsoever. Why is Matt headband? Why are you wearing a headband? This isn't Karate Kid, man. Get that out of here. No. Kalendor looks all right. That's a decent depiction of Kalendor. And I like the actual interior of the room. From an architecture perspective, it's pretty interesting. I'm okay with this being the Stone of Tyr. Honestly, my biggest problem with this one's the headband. Get that out of here. I don't want your headband around me. It's a bad headband. Take it off. And then the weird leather woofy look for Perrin, obviously trying to go for something here that just didn't work out. It looks too like, you know, those like really, not Karate Kid, what's like the teenage ninja kids who were like, oh, we're gonna fight these bad guys. They're like the yellow belt one, there's the green belt one. I don't know, weirdly reminds me of that. I don't know why. We're moving on. Oh, right, I need to rate this out of 10. I'm gonna give this one a 5 out of 10. Next up, we have The Shadow Rising. I have no opinions on this one. For like the strongest book in arguably the Wheel of Time, especially early in the series, I think this is one of the best Wheel of Time books. Pips, don't push that lens cap off there. Get off my desk. For being one of the best books in the Wheel of Time, kind of a disappointing cover. We got some people just like chilling in a caravan. Like, we know who they are. We got some people in the background hidden. Like, look at this dude, he's hidden. He's kind of like, oh, he's dangerous. Maybe he's a bad dude, maybe he's a good dude. Caravan's fine. I kind of want to like sit there and warm myself by the fire with them and be like, hey, how's The Shadow Rising going so far for y'all? But it's not like a shocking cover. I don't think if this was like the first book in a series, you'd be like inspired to pick it up. I don't know. It's fair. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10 as well. Now we have the Fires of Heaven. Luckily, we can say everyone here fits in the story, which is a weird bar that we have to hit. But as we established with Eye of the World, that is a bar you have to hit. You got your boy Rand looking good. Love you, dog. We got Matt looking matty. I like the Aiel architecture. It embraces it. Trolloc sneaking up, being all sneaks. I think overall it's a pretty good cover. It inspires the Wheel of Time in me. It's one of the ones I think of when I like to faultily think of the Wheel of Time. I think it's pretty good. Do you guys think it's pretty good? I think Fires of Heaven got you pretty all right. I'm going to say like 7.5 out of 10 for a cover. It's not as bad as people say. All good. It's consistent with the art theme. We're doing all right here. We're doing all right. Things change from here though. Lord of Chaos. What happened with here? Who decided this was all of a sudden a romance series? And why are you wearing this shirt? Why are you wearing a blouse? Like, okay, maybe it was the fashion of the time, but like stop it. Okay, so Rand, I still love you. You're good in that sense, but no, just the theme, the tone, total miss for me. I'm not a fan, especially with like every scene you could have depicted in this book. What? Really? Of all the monumental crap that happens, this is just like the biggest missed opportunity of any of the covers in my mind. And that's a little bit disappointing here because I'm not even like sure what exact moment in the book this is. It's over dramatic. It suddenly feels like a romance novel. We got this flowy ass shirt that just doesn't work for me. I'm not feeling this shirt. Okay, can I just I don't feel this shirt. It doesn't work. It's it doesn't work for me. I'm not feeling it. I give this one a 4 out of 10, mainly because I'm mad. No, 3 out of 10, because the missed opportunity here to display way better scenes. I don't like this at all. Path of Daggers steps the game back up a little bit. For me, it raises some curiosity. Let me get on the horsey here. It makes Rand look kind of badass, and that's like if you're someone who has like only read the earlier books and you look at this cover, you're gonna kind of be like, oh, that's Rand. Rand looking pretty legit. Let's continue in the series. I like this. You got your army. It conveys the more Renaissance era effectively. The art style's kind of lining up with everything else so far. I think it's pretty good. I'm going to give this one like a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 again. I think this is a perfectly fine one. It's epic. I wish there was more fantastical elements on display in almost every Wheel of Time covers. The ebooks just totally trounce the original ones in that sense, where you can definitely tell things are more fantastical across the board. But I'm not mad at this one. 7 out of 10 is good with me. I'm cool with it. Rand's still my boy. High five. Oh, you have a sword, so I'll just do that. There we go. Nice. Green screen effects coming at you, high budget. Love it. Crown of Swords completely falls apart for me. I don't like this one at all. We got Homeboy here looking like he's about to fight somebody. It's weird. I don't have a whole lot to say about it besides it's just like, it's odd. Like, I'm not sure what's, like, if I like turned the corner and stumbled across this dude doing his air punches for no reason, just like, he looks like he's practicing karate. I would just be like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your session, my man. I'm gonna skedaddle. Like, I just feel uncomfortable. I don't like this. I'm giving this one like a 4 out of 10 as well. It's just an odd choice. And again, with all the scenes here, like, I know what they're trying to depict, but like, what? It just feels awkward. It's like I'm interrupting a guy at the gym who's like, oh, didn't see you there, buddy. All of a sudden, I'm Hulk Hogan. Winter's Heart. This one's more or less just confounding. I don't hate much about it. I mean, Perrin looks a little like weird. I don't know what's happening. He's so squat. Like, why is he so tiny when he's supposed to be this giant guy? Why is he on the foot when he's like the leader and everyone else is on horse? It's kind of just odd. I don't know. This one's weird for me. 5 out of 10. Don't got a lot to say about it. Mainly just want to see, like, it's just, again, like, wasted potential. Like, I like the art style. I'm not one of the people who hates on the art style. I think the artist is a talented artist. But this one's just, again, like, wasted potential. Like, why? What are we going on here? This is not... You could have done better. I'm a spring flower. I don't know what's happening right now. Crossroads of Twilight. Oh, God. This one just falls apart for me, too. Okay, we got Matt doing the fourth wall camera break. I don't like that. Don't look at the camera, Matt. You have not earned that right. You're not Jim Halpert. Cut it out. Everyone's kind of scattered. I know what they're trying to depict, but it's just... I mean, I would actually maybe choose this scene. It's a fine scene to depict, but more or less just poor execution. Like, get some unity here, guys. Get it together. Figure it out. I don't know. This one's odd for me. I'm gonna give this one 4.2 out of 10, because I'm going to be a jerk and say this one's slightly better than those other ones because it has some like good representation of characters and I at least get the scene, but I don't know. It just feels like a poor execution overall. Knife of Dreams, one of the best Wheel of Time books. I maintain one of the best books in fantasy. Love this one. Robert Jordan's return to form, comes in, kills it, chooses a cover that is, of all the climactic scenes, why do you just have everyone, like, what are we planning? Why is everyone here just planning? Who decided this is a scene that needs to be the focus of the presentation of the book? Because all we have is weird representations of characters. I kind of like the Aiel representation here. That's a good depiction of the Gaul. I don't know. I'm not sober. But everyone, I don't know. This is a weird scene for me choosing. Again, it's like the Chronic just wasted potential side. The art looks fine, I guess. I don't know. I don't love this one. I'm giving this one a fudge sickle out of popsicle because it's at least like, some people look pretty good. Like I would walk into this group and I'd be like, I trust these guys. They look like they're planning pretty well. But again, I don't know why they chose this scene. It's a weird scene to choose right now. Gathering Storm. Oh God, what is happening right now? Okay, we have the weirdest cover up of a spoiler for the series where they're like, oh, we can't have Rand on the cover because he's missing a hand at this point, and that's a spoiler. Spoiler warning, by the way. So that's a spoiler. So how are we gonna put a scarf on it? Let's just put a scarf there. Like, stop. No. Also, this chick. It looks like the printer started smudging. The house is odd. There's like structural things here that make no sense. There's the hole, but I get that. Well, just all together, like this is just confounding to me. 2 out of 10, worst cover, has like the romance vibes coming in again, oddly. It's like all the worst of the Wheel of Time coming together in one. I don't, like the Wheel of Time covers, I mean. The Wheel of Time's like a flawless series. It's the greatest American fantasy series ever told. But, you know, that's just my correct opinion. You can have your wrong one. All right. All right, Towers of Midnight. This is like Crossroads of Twilight 2. It looks like the same group, but just like 5 minutes down the road when they've gotten off their horses and they're like figuring stuff out and doing graffiti that glows. I actually think it's a fine one. It's a fine one. It's a good one. Towers of Midnight, good book. It's an okay cover, decent representation of characters. Could have picked a better scene. I might have picked a different one. Love Matt here. It's like his most focal cover of the original ones, arguably. And I think he looks all right. I think he looks pretty good. Pips, please get off the wire. It's just rude. It's just rude. It's just rude what you're doing. I will also say, first and only cover to have Tom on it, which immediately raises it a lot. So I'm going to say 7 out of 10. Good art, good style, matches, overall, pretty good. Not excellent though. There's some this could have been done better. I'm just gonna say I don't love any of the covers except for our next one. Memory of Light coming in with the MVP of the original Wheel of Time covers. It still manages to feel like the other covers while improving the art style, having this look to it that's just gorgeous. It totally inspires you to finish the series if you were someone who like picked it up and put it down. Rand's looking as mighty as ever. An actually intelligent cover-up of a spoiler here. Oh, it's all around just great. Rand, mwah, you looking fly. We have 2 of the best other characters in the background here. We got Moraine, we got Nynaeve. Killing it. All around, I think these guys are looking just stellar. This is the best cover. It somehow keeps the feel of the original covers while elevating what they were into what I think is the best Wheel of Time cover. A cover that I feel like if all of the Wheel of Time series had been on this level, it would represent the series as a whole more magnificently. I would think this is just an iconic fantasy cover in general. It shows your protagonist as mighty as he's gonna be in a scene that as you read the book, you can identify and be like, hell yeah, we're at the cover scene. And I think it's awesome. I think this one's a 10 out of 10, best Wheel of Time cover, beautiful execution. Whoever the artist drew this, you were awesome at your job. I hope you like the addition of my green screen and all this test footage because it is a really, really weird video that I did, and I'm just gonna do this. Just gonna do this with it for a second. All right, guys, like and subscribe if you have not already. Hit the Patreon if you want to support what I do here, and green screen it up. Peace. And of course, I'd like to give a special shout out to my latest high tier Patreons, Jacob Tharp and Alien714. I had to memorize those, so I hope I remembered them right. I'm gonna do a green screen shout out because I need to get as much green screen experience as possible, so I'm doing this. Guess I'll dance now. Oh, Pips is grabbing the wire, so that's gonna be a continual problem with this. Maybe a shotgun mic, I don't know.